if you are planning to do some holiday baking with the kids or the grandkids, why not mix it up with something savory? Here to share a great idea for your cheese or charcuterie board, we welcome back kids cooking instructor Julie Merry. Welcome back. It's great to see you.
Great to be here.
You have such a fun idea for us today.
Yeah, so these are things I'm making with kids this weekend, and we're calling them edible presents. So this is one of the savory options.
Fun. I love that.
Just easy. Kids get to play with dough, and then you don't have to worry about the shape when you're rolling it out. This is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. Somehow I made it into the shape of a mitten.
Adorable.
Which I wasn't trying to do. It just sort of happened that way.
It's one big giant cracker.
All the hills and valleys of this thing, and then you just break it up, so it's very rustic, very.
Well, and I love the idea of a lot of us are deep into cookie baking and making lots of treats, so it's nice to have something savory to kind of break things up.
Exactly. So we're gonna make the dough and roll out the dough and season it up, and then to have our little taste. So
let's do it.
What we've got here is 1 3/4 cups of just regular all-purpose flour.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you add a teaspoon of baking powder. That's how we're gonna get these hills that rise, these bubbles that rise up. And then we're gonna add the 3/4 teaspoon of salt.
Wow, you have a 3/4 measure. That's so nice.
I got lucky this last time I bought a set. They finally gave me a 3/4
I know
teaspoon.
it's always like, oh, do I have the half? Do I have the quarter? Which one do I have on hand?
Now that I have it, I don't want to live without it. All right, so I'm gonna have you mix that up with the flour, and then are you familiar with making a well in the middle?
Okay.
Just scoot everything around to the edges. We're gonna pour our liquids down into it.
Do I want it to be totally empty, or do you want a little bit of flour on the bottom?
Okay. I just want to make sure that we can get our liquids all the way down to the bottom. So we've got 1/2 cup of just water. Doesn't matter temperature.
Okay.
Just pour that right into the well.
Whew, I got nervous. My well was gonna implode.
It's all good. It's all getting mixed together, and we're going to use that same measuring cup, and we're going to do 1/3 cup of olive oil.
1/3 of a cup.
1/3 of a cup is very small writing down there in the bottom. Get this out of the way for us. Bloop. If you've got too much, you can pour it back in, but if not, perfect.
We're good.
Okay. So I will take that out of your way.
Okay.
And then if you want to take that spatula, and we're just going to slowly start mixing up the dough. The one other ingredient that goes in there is our fresh rosemary.
Oh, how wonderful.
I just picked this morning. I even got a cute little lavender flower on there.
Oh, nice. That's like the perfect little specimen.
I know. I don't know if you're familiar with taking leaves off of rosemary stems.
Well, maybe not the right way.
So I cut it down here at the base.
Okay.
So you're going to hold it at the top, and then I just use my first 3 fingers, or thumb and 2 fingers, if you want to get technical, and you just pull against the stem. You're just going to pull the leaves
against the stem.
off.
I would probably think to go the other direction.
Yeah, you could do this with thyme. Doesn't work with soft herbs like basil or mint, but it works for these hardy ones, lavender is another one.
Oh gosh, and that smell just already is so beautiful.
When you just rub your hands on it, you can smell it. So this is going to go, we're going to do some in the dough, and we're going to do some on top. As you can see, there's little flecks in the finished product. Oh, it smells amazing.
Yeah. How is this looking over here? Is this the way my dough should be coming together?
That looks absolutely perfect.
Okay, good.
You're a natural.
Yay.
Okay, I'm going to sprinkle some of this in, and then let you just kind of mix it in. You could even get your hands in there if you want to.
I think I might, because this is getting serious here.
Yeah. And then we're going to put a little flour out on the counter and start to roll it out. So I'm going to put that over there for when we add that to the top. So I'll put a little flour down here and let you just set that down. What I'm going to do, I'm going to actually tear this in half. We don't really need the whole thing to start. It wouldn't fit. I mean, this was half, and it wouldn't fit.
Okay.
So we're just going to do about that much. I'm going to get a little flour on here. Now, again, this does not need to be in any particular shape. You don't have to keep it into a circle. Nothing. It does not matter.
Go for it.
One little bit. Just gonna, roll all different directions. We're gonna get that really thin, like less than 1/4 of an inch. Like we're trying to get to even like 1/8 of an inch if we can, until we don't want it to rip.
Oh yeah, see, I'm getting too aggressive.
No, you're good. So keep going. You think that it's thin enough, and then it just keeps going, because it does
stretching.
Puffs a little in the oven, but not a whole
Do you ever add any other herbs to this, or is this pretty?
You certainly can.
Yeah.
thyme would be another one. I have
Okay.
both of those in my yard. I just prefer the rosemary. It's just
love
more
rosemary, yeah.
potent, I guess, but in a good way.
What if I made a hole in the middle?
It is no big deal.
Okay.
See, as you can see, like that busted as I tried to wrap it, so it does not matter one bit. It's a very forgiving recipe.
That's nice. That's good for the kids to learn with too.
So I think that looks just good for our purposes
Yeah.
here. I mean, I think this is all thin. I think over here if we were being, putting this in the oven right away, we'd maybe roll that just a little bit more. I'm gonna have you there's a little olive oil left in there. I'm gonna have you just brush that over the top.
Oh, nice.
Just not waste any of it. And if we need more, we can always add more.
Beautiful.
Just kind of blotting the top. And then we're gonna add the rest of the chopped up rosemary and some sea salt.
Ooh, yummy.
Because you want that little bit of salt. I mean, crackers need, in my opinion, salt. So,
Oh, yeah.
however much, you want to add to that.
It's just that pretty pink salt. Yes. So lovely.
My favorite.
Okay.
And then you're gonna add all of that if
Oh
you
my
would
gosh,
like.
this is
Kinda
so fun.
Gives it a little more color on top, a little more festive feel.
I was gonna say, it's very festive.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So then this, you can roll it out on the parchment, and when I try to roll in parchment, it tends to move the parchment paper with me.
Oh, sure.
But what we can do is lift it together
Oh, gosh.
and get it on here.
This
If you
is
want to
the
lift
hard
that
part.
side, and it does not matter if doesn't matter if it rips.
Okay.
We'll just slide it over on here. So this would go in the oven.
Yay. Okay.
And if, you hadn't, ideally we would put the rosemary and the olive oil on right before it goes in the oven. So if anything got a little messed up, you could just roll it back out.
sure, yeah.
Not a big deal.
Okay.
This bakes usually about 10 minutes in the 450, so really hot.
Oh, nice. Okay.
10 minutes. What I ended up doing this morning when I was baking this is turning it over because the bottom of mine was cooking, but the top, like this, I wasn't getting it dark, so I ended up flipping it over for a couple more minutes. But as you can see, this is very forgiving. Like,
fun.
just break it. It's like so easy.
And then you have little crackers to give and share.
Yes.
That's so pretty. And you have them packaged
I
here so
have
adorably.
these, yeah, so like, if you want, these are great. They last a few days. You can give them as presents if you so desire.
Okay.
But these are the ones I want you to taste.
I'm gonna take a bite of this. This looks so cute.
And that rosemary smell just fills your kitchen. Just nice and crispy, great for
so nice. It's the
by
perfect
itself
crunch.
or anything.
And the rosemary is there, but it's not overpowering to where you could add really any topping to this, and it would be really nice. What a good
It's
idea.
nice, and I just love the balancing, like you said earlier, like getting something that's not sugary.
Yes, it's
during
so
December.
Well,
It's
thank
hard.
you so much.
You're welcome.
Lovely. Okay, we'll have this recipe and more about Julie on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.